Welcome to another episode of Conversations with the Fly Aunt. I am your host, Ebony Ivory, and Happy New Year. So what I would like to talk about is New Year's resolutions. But this isn't going to be your standard, overly saturated, same old resolutions. You know, I want to lose weight. I want to save money. Drop below in the comments some of the oversaturated, overly used New Year's resolutions. Drop those in the comments. So these resolutions that I'm going to talk about, I feel like are going to promote and focus growth within yourself, how you treat other people, and relationships. So I have about 8 or 9. I'm going to go into those and then I'm going to give an example of what you can do and just to kind of give ideas on what it is that you can do to make these things happen for yourself. So let's see here. Honey, the people going to get on me because I got a little notepad. I'm old school. I like to feel the paper. So let's see here. The first thing that I want you guys to do going into this new year is to be kinder to yourself. And some examples of being kinder to yourself is like how you talk to yourself in private. Like sometimes you're like, get it together, overly criticizing yourself. You need to do better. Why are you so dumb? Why you're not doing this better? This is why you didn't get chosen. This is why this happened. Be kinder to yourself. Love yourself. Show yourself the grace that you extend to other people, okay? So some examples of being kind to yourself, when you wake up in the morning and you go and you look in the mirror and you brush your teeth, I'm beautiful. I'm gracious. I'm a warrior. Be kind, positive words of affirmation. So that's the first thing I want you guys to do. The next one, be more vocal and honest about your feelings. More times than I've struggled with is that I'm not really honest about my feelings. I may go along to get along for the sake of peace. Okay? Let's no longer do that. And when I say be vocal, it doesn't mean be blunt. It doesn't mean to be hurtful. It doesn't mean to shame someone. You can vocalize and express your feelings in a way that someone is able to receive it. So the next one, and this may be hard for some people, but this is one that I want you to practice and I really want you to implement. Repair a fractured friendship, relationship, whatever it is. There are times when in friendships, we don't grant each other enough grace. You gave that man that cheated on you grace. You took him back. Somebody may owe you some money. You cut them off and stop speaking to them. Let's bridge the gap. Let's repair a fractured relationship. There's times people are going through things. People are not always vocalizing what it is that they're going through. People shut down, become recluse when they're dealing with things and going through things. Let's work on repairing a fractured relationship. And I'm not saying that if this person has abused you, caused you physical harm, really done something egregious to you, why you cut them off in the first place. I'm not saying do that, but we all have that experience when we've either been cut off or we've cut someone off for something very petty, and it could be resolved with simple, open dialogue and communication. So that's one, repair a fractured friendship. All right. The next thing I would like for you guys to work on, let's work on 2 triggers. Okay? So basically, we know a trigger is something that can really set you off, get you really emotionally riled up. So a trigger for me is tardiness. I don't play about being tardy. I'm very much subscribed to being early is being on time. And sometimes that also can give me anxiety because if I think I'm running late, Oh my gosh, I'm so worked up. So let's work on two triggers. And even if it's just one to start, that's fine as well. But let's do better. These things we're not over here just saving the world. We're trying to heal ourselves and grow as people. So let's work on a trigger. So, another thing, we have to start speaking our dreams and saying it out loud. A lot of times, me personally, I am in my head all the time. And sometimes I have made up this whole narrative of what is happening and what is going on in the world. And then that's not even the case. When you speak your dreams, verbalize it and say it out loud, you know, it gives it life. Give your dreams life. Like, in the spirit of being vulnerable, this was my dream to be here, to be filming this podcast, to be having these conversations and talking about these types of topics. This is what I wanted to do. I wanted to bring this beyond my circle, my tribe, and bring it to you so we all can share and enjoy and have meaningful conversations about this type of stuff. Another thing to expand upon that, journal. Journaling your dreams is amazing. Give it life. Put it in physical form because it gets even more real when it's put to paper. Y'all see I love the paper and the pen. It's even more real when you write it out. And it's also a way to reiterate to yourself that this is your dream and you actually want to pursue it. So, another one, self-care. And we often talk about self-care and we hear about self-care all the time. It's an add to a cart kind of day. We out shopping. We doing this and doing that. That's cool. But let me break it down for you. Self-care needs to be solely about you. Hard stop. There's no running an errand for the children in between. There's no, oh, let me pick this up for this person or that person. Self-care needs to be solely about you. So for me, one of my self-care habits is I go to the infrared sauna. No phone, nothing but some background. I love the waterfalls playing in the background, that type of noise. And I'm in the sauna and I'm sitting with myself. I am saying affirmations sometime and I'm manifesting sometime, or I am just quiet and sitting with myself. That's solely about me. That's not about anybody else. Solo dolo, all about Ebony. Maybe I take myself out to lunch, have a nice little lunch, honey, because she love to eat. And I enjoy myself. There's nothing wrong with enjoying your company. So you have your other examples of self-care. And I'd love for you to drop in the comments. What do you do for self-care that's solely about you? Give me some ideas. Let me know what's going on. So another thing I want us to start doing too, after we've transitioned from the self-care, let's work on paying it forward, right? Because we believe over here in good karma energy. So let's work on paying it forward. So here's some examples of paying it forward, right? You may see a stranger on the street, give them a compliment. You may be in the drive-through line, contribute. I'm not saying, because people be eating like crazy in these drive-through lines and be having these big bills. I'm saying pay it forward. Maybe contribute $5 towards their meal. Whatever it is that you can afford, or paying it forward. Maybe your friend, they're stressed out. Take their kids off their hands for maybe an hour or something like that. In exchange, just doing something kind for someone else, because that feels good and it's nice. Now, be careful. Let's not do things because we're looking for something in return. Okay? Be genuine and be sincere about it. But we want to pay it forward. Do an act of kindness. And my final resolution, and this is something that I practice, I write a letter to myself the last day of the year, talking about where I am emotionally, where I see myself, just whatever state I am emotionally, career-wise, as a parent, how I show up as a woman, how I show up as a daughter, how I show up as a woman, a friend, sister, cousin, niece, all of the things, where am I at currently and how I want to expound upon that and grow and propel myself into the next year. You write that letter to yourself, you seal it, and you close it, you put it away in your drawer. The following year, you open that letter and tell yourself if you've grown or not. These are my New Year's resolutions that I wanted to share with you. These are not your ordinary resolutions. And also, guess what? You don't have to wait till the first of the year to start your New Year's. We all know that. But it's something fun, and it's always been a thing. The New Year's coming, new things. You know how we say, new year, new me, who this? So in closing, I want to leave you guys with that. I appreciate you for spending time with me today. Please do not forget to drop your New Year's resolutions in the comments. Follow, like, and subscribe. You can follow me, The Fly Aunt, on YouTube. And on TikTok, it's The Fly Aunt Cooks. Until the next conversation, bye-bye.